right, so we are here. We're gonna go ahead and talk about Twilight of the Gods. Um, Obviously, there's gonna be spoilers in this video, so if you haven't seen it yet, please go and watch it and then come back to this video. So what are your thoughts on Twilight of the Gods?
Okay, as we discussed, dude, is that it felt like Twilight of the Gods was like okay, like it was like the Lord of the Rings, the '90s, animated film, animated series that used to be like that before, kids or annoying people say, "Oh, it's too violent." I'm just like, dude, this is like, and also my personal favorite referencing of the, Norse mythology that were, uncensored because let's be honest, Norse mythology had naked people and Greek gods. Greeks had, you know, masculine, female, and masculine men and naked females all over. Because let's be
I,
honest,
I just noticed I gotta cover this. Can be showing it.
it's so
Jeez.
funny, dude. It's so funny. I never noticed that she was naked the whole time. I'm like, oh my God. It's like, oh God. It's like something got away with something look very genitals, but let's be honest.
But it's cool how you got all that blood that stay on her skin, like it became part of the skin. It's like
Yeah.
it's kind of like what happened with Kratos in God of War. With the ashes
Oh
and
yeah,
all that
that's
stuff.
true.
So
That's interesting how you have that kind of that's the real interesting thing when you have, that part of the person's skin like that. It's like saying that it's permanent on them and it's like representing that it's their blood or their bodies on you permanently. And like I said, that and like you say, dude, that's like the biggest part about making female characters or characters interesting. It's like we learn about their lore and we witness it too.
right, right. I mean, show is amazing, man. I really, really, really can't wait. Pretty much, like what you were saying earlier, it's just a lot of stuff from like Lord of the Rings kind of thing. In a way, God of War. The feel of it. You have, if anything, it did it better than the God of War Ragnarok, and obviously way better than Thor. The MCU Thor. They really, really make Thor an asshole on this one. You really, you really get to hate this guy right away, right from the beginning.
And it's interesting. They say, I don't like Dora being a villain. I'm like, you literally had Dora, I mean, what's it called? The
Ragnarok, God of War
God of War
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, he literally, almost killed Kratos and literally beat up everybody. And not to mention,
No matter what, you're always gonna have haters that just want to talk just because it's Zack doing it. If it was anybody else doing it, there will be no hate on this at all. But to be honest, I haven't really seen that much hate on this show whatsoever. If anything, a lot of people all over all over the web is loving the show. So that's a plus. I really just there's one thing that I hope this keeps it a push when it comes to Army of the Day when it the animated, because
mhm.
we still don't know what happened with that. I hope it's still coming out.
I
Um,
mean, I'm just gonna give it a benefit of doubt that it's maybe because they're working on, well, perfecting it. Like, for example, like getting the animation to look good, to make the movements that feels it's not stiff, it's just like fluid. And my personal favorite is trying to, get the scenes and the voice acting synchronized. I
yeah,
mean, I
yeah,
I'm just saying that's like the big part I don't like about some people thinking AI is gonna save, animation. I'm like, sorry, I prefer, animation that were from the olden days.
I prefer the work, because
Hmm.
when you have everybody has a job. You have people really when you have humans working on something, you see the passion.
Yes.
You see how they were doing something they love doing and pushing the limit to see how far they can go. with making anything. AI is just. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna call it out with the way it is. If you're using AI in some type of way, you're just a lazy person because
Exactly. I mean,
that's just the main thing that it is. It's just
I
for
mean,
lazy people.
there's a thing I like about animation in 3D and 2D hybrids and 2D versions because it's like saying that you're making the vibes of looking like the fluid is there and you're using different technologies, but using an AI is like laziness. I don't mind in animation that you're going to use some people's movements can't, like for example, like how how back in the olden days of Disney used to use humans to copy the movements and to make the scenes to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing I like about the olden days, or we, or some people still use is that you're trying to make the scene like be it's part of the movie or this animated series.
I mean, you even got people using AI for editing, like to edit videos. Like I rather put the work that I put, to edit my videos. Are my videos perfect? No, they're far from perfect or whatever, but I'd rather do the work. I'm not gonna use any type of AI program to do the work for me. That's just lazy.
And not to mention, dude, not to mention that feels like plagiarism. And not to mention very things that I feel like that you'd be kicked out if you had to if you're trying to win an award.
Which I don't even know why people are still pushing AI. Like you see all these thumbnails all over YouTube with AI pictures and all that. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it wasn't YouTube. I thought they were trying to go against that because I think they said that like earlier this year, like they were gonna try start deleting videos or whatever if you're using any type of AI. I don't know if I read that wrong, but it should be a thing, because you have all these people making easy money just from something that they didn't really create, they didn't really work for. You know,
Not to
it's not
mention,
it's not right.
the details on imagery, dude, kind of disturbs me a lot with the fingers and it's what is that? And also, this is giving me the vibe of those skippity dippity toilets that I'm seeing. It's like, what the hell is this? Gen Alpha-ness? I'm sorry about, I'm not dissing on Gen Alphas. It's just that if this is some kind of way of a future they're trying to get, hell, heck to the no. Because, like I said, back in our olden days, we had amazing things at designs.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. AI is something that I'm um never gonna support. It's not for me. Uh, but yeah, man. Twilight of the God. So Secret, man, a new badass character. It's you know such a great character that we have a brand new female character that's a badass. She, I fell in love with her right away. I need a figure, please,
Uh,
please, NECA, please, anybody, mainly NECA. They know how to do figures. I don't know, man. I just hope because when it came to this, I just feel like I don't know, maybe Netflix didn't believe on it. I don't because we have like no merch whatsoever for this show. But well, we'll see. I'm pretty sure if it does well, they'll start doing things. I
you know,
guess they just waiting on numbers.
I really hope they do make those figures. And also, dude, if you want that, figure of her in our blood, I think they're gonna need to put that in in a sleeve thing because she's naked in there. And not to mention,
Yeah, no, for sure. 'Cause I thought about that too. I need that figure though. I want the figure of her with the armor and the one with just the blood.
hmm
They can even make that like a limited just to buy online. You get what I'm
yep.
saying?
I
You know.
mean, I'm just saying the scene about her wearing clothes would be the common thing you find, but the her and the cover blood should be like you said. online exclusive. Hell, I
I
mean,
mean, just
it's
imagine, because she's small, so I'm guessing like a 6-inch figure for her. But just imagine if they make Thor, freaking bulk, a figure that's like huge. That would be really cool. That would be really cool to actually have.
you know what I like about the idea about how okay, we go to different kingdoms of the gods area, like you said, different areas. I mean, I like how the coloring looks different than Odin's world and then the
Yeah, all those
other.
realms. It
I
was
mean,
really cool how they did that.
and like you said, dude, that part we saw, to remind you of Zack Snyder's Justice League, the dark side layer. That's like, haha. I knew something about this felt familiar because let's be honest, Zack Snyder literally referenced his own movies and Easter eggs in a great way.
Nah, for sure. I gotta find out that one scene again. I think it was in the last episode where, again, I don't know if it was Odin or Thor when they were sitting on the throne, and it's just like Darkseid's throne, straight out of Justice League. Um, but yeah, man, it's great show. I will be rewatching soon. Try We need to keep them, obviously they already got our views, so it doesn't repeat. That's why we're trying, like we said, I'm gonna say it again. It's not a show for kids just because it's a cartoon. So if you have kids, wait for them to go to sleep or go to school or whatever the case is. But give it a chance, watch it. Don't judge just from pictures just because it's a cartoon because it's not. It was something that was made for adults. So
Yep, and it's rated M for mature.
for sure, man.
I'm like this
Uh,
saying that I'm like this. They why do you think people been saying that? Why do you think some people say this? It's rated M for mature, like video games back in the '90s was.
I mean, that's still a thing. It's just funny how, when I went to the event, you can tell some people don't really read, when it comes to this, just because they see a cartoon, they think it's for kids. Because there was some parents there with little kids, and I'm pretty sure that they knew nothing about what was this about. They was just there probably because it was a free ticket. And I was like, oh man, that's gonna be something for them. But I don't know, because at the same time, I think my girlfriend told me some of them left like after taking a picture. Maybe some of the crew kind of told them, I listen, this this is this is on you. You want to bring your kids to this, but we gotta let you know this is not for kids. You know, I don't know if
I
that was the case.
I'm like this. Well, that's pretty much how much Halloween Horror Nights or these not so kiddie friendly theme parks are doing like these like telling them to that if you have a kid you gotta leave at 5 or 5 o'clock because it's not because of the kids bedtime, it's because the curfew that they're about to cut off kids going into theme parks because it's not for kids and it's already the end for mature time.
Right, right. I mean, again, it must be a little crazy to kind of bring a lot of kids to horror nights and things like that. You gotta wait for them to be on that
18.
teenage years at least. Not a child. Um. So yeah, I'm still thinking about horror nights. I don't know. I have something else coming up in October. This just happened. The Atlanta trip. It was just something that I had to just swipe my card. Uh, I couldn't have missed on that. That was the closest I ever got back. From Orlando. Just like 7 hours from here, so it's better than California because a trip to California it's a pricey, it's an expensive trip. Even though I still would like to go over there, but it's just too expensive for now. You know.
Yeah.
Um, I really do wonder if because it's been a while. I mean, I don't know. I know Zach has been busy, obviously
Mhm.
because of all this, but I don't know if he's busy right now or any he has something work. Is he working on something behind the scenes? But I
Mhm.
wonder if he ever gonna do a video with fans, like maybe talk about Twilight of the Gods or watch it live with us because he really haven't done that for. I don't think he did it for Army or Rebel, and obviously Twilight of the Gods just came out. So I
I
don't
kind
know.
of hope I hope he does that, Vero live thing again because let's be honest, it has been like let's see, like a year a year with the Zack Snyder
He
Justice League,
never he
trilogy.
never did it. He never did it for Justice League, right? He only did it for Men of Steel and BBS.
Yeah,
So he still haven't done it for Justice.
the commentary,
That
I'm
that
just
would be
like
great.
I kind of hope that would be that. And I pray to God that either happens when the ZSJL2 can happen. And my personal favorite is that, you know, it be, people like I either get the ticket to get to the, see that on live again, or somehow that Vero does that.
That would be fun. I mean, I will watch Justice League all over again. Just for that to watch it with him while he's talking all that. I still kind of hate myself that I didn't tell him like we'd like to have you on the channel. Kind of push that in there. But
It's
it's like
amazing.
when you get to be somebody like that in person, you kind of like forget everything you want to say.
Hmm. Apparently, we're getting, his prequel of 300, and I'm like this. Pray to God this is going to be a good one of them all because we need three. Because if you ask me, the underuse that Warner Bros. Literally has is to me the 300 saga because we only got two movies and that's it.
Yeah, and part two ended with a cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
They need to go back to that. To be honest, I mean, they can even make a show on Max if they want to. But I I don't know. We Warner Brothers is just, it is what it is. You can hear me?
I'm just, yes, I'm just like, why the hell are you saying underuse of Harry Potter when we literally had the last Harry Potter that happened on Fantastic Beasts and that just fell flat.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Not even
And
gonna
I'm
bother
just
talking. Not even gonna bother talking.
And I'm just saying about the Twilight Gods. Let's be honest. We had a great villain that was better, that didn't become like jokery or wasted. It was a villain that was like, we'll meet again. I mean, it's like we're all gonna know what's gonna happen in the end game. Either we're gonna have two more seasons or three.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, for sure, this does well. We'll get another season. I mean, it's somebody on the top 10, so I don't see why not. You know,
I mean, you think we're ever gonna see a different door that literally got lost his eyeball or literally gets loses his limb? Because let's be honest, I would like to see the hero loses his limb for a battle or something. You know what I mean? It's like saying it's like a battle scar or a battle or history that how can I forget that the bastard took away my arm, my hand.
talking about Secret,
Yep,
so yeah, that would be cool. I mean, I don't see why not. Knowing Zach, what probably will happen. It's funny you say that because I was also thinking that about Rebel Moon. How they
hmm
kind of they keep teasing the swords that you need special hands to grab
hmm
them or a special glove.
yep,
I just feel like I don't know. I kind of see Zack cutting Cora's arm off sooner or later
yep.
probably, and probably put her give her like a cyborg like an arm like a robot arm. That would be pretty badass in my opinion.
I mean, like Fiosa literally lost her arm and she had to chop it off to escape.
Right, right. It's just moments that you make your character a badass.
Hmm.
The same the same thing with Evil Dead, the remake,
Hmm.
and all that, or even Ash, he has to do it, you know. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. It's just there's so much in my head, with Twilight of the God, meeting Zack, uh, going to the event. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was the first time Equally was live, because I think that's what they said there. I don't know if it was like live before with fans.
Mm,
So
I don't know. I mean, what do you expect? They did that to Brazil before.
yeah, but it wasn't in Toronto,
Hmm.
or because it was like the other Netflix. I do wonder whether what's gonna be next. I want to keep my eye on that because I would love to go to that again. Uh, hopefully they can go to New York, maybe. You know, uh, just California is just too far, but we'll see. Hopefully, if they say it on time, then maybe I just need enough time, for them to announce things like that. Because this one was just out of nowhere. I had to take a couple of days off from work. I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to do it.
I'm just like this. Hope they do that for Chicago one day or so.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, did you get a lot, especially like in Florida? Like I always say, we never get nothing.
Hmm.
Not in my area. It just sucks to everything is always far away, which is extra money, trip, hotel. We got Orlando has, we have a big stadium, you know, literally like 10, 15 minutes away from, like right there. Like you guys, they can do a lot of things there, but my luck.
Hmm. I'm just like this. Really? Nothing for Chicago these days? It's like, I understand it's the Midwest, but still, we have like we literally are famous for our buildings and my personal favorite. We all have history with the cinema.
Right, that's true. A lot of movies were has been filmed there. Was also thinking about a trip in Seattle because they have a really, really good, a great museum for movies and all that stuff. But me doing my research, Seattle is expensive to go to. It's crazy. I would really was not expecting that. But hopefully I'll go to that museum one day because they have like horror movies there. They have every type of movies that I love. They have something for those movies there.
Well, apparently, I don't think you will not be experiencing the Beetlejuice, experience how you see people doing, because that's gonna be gone till November.
The box office.
No, that the waiting room you see from people doing online do.
Oh, the experience in California.
Yeah,
So did they have a date for that? Like when does it end?
till November.
Uh, I would like to, but just California, so far, just far away.
It's so funny, dude. One time that Las Vegas did that, Army that did, and I'm like this. Why we have to? Why the hell do you have to go to all the way to Las Vegas? It's like I need to go there to gamble.
Yeah, like who did the Army of the Dead? It was in a Six Flags that has the Army of the Dead experience.
It's not that impressive. I mean, it kind of feels like one of those, CW vibe sets.
It was just I don't know. I think I said this before, but I think Netflix should really think about a theme park.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why not. They got so many things. We're still waiting on the physical store they're supposed to make. You hear me, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Hell, you know what's interesting about that? There. I really hope either they still keep the that way or not, because let's be honest, we used to have the Warner Brothers store, but that has ended since 2001.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying it's a good idea for Netflix. When they do the physical store they should. That's when where they should sell movies and all that. Because already thinking about Twilight the Gas, I would love a steelbook for that. Obviously Rebel Moon and Army of the Dead. We want all this. We want to give you guys money now. If you're listening to us, take our money. We're
Now,
asking you to sell us stuff.
and I know you want to see take a picture of that Jimmy statue or animatronic use.
Oh, that would be nice. I even thought about that. Like you have a photo up. You got like things to take pictures in the store. That would be. Come on, man. Come on, Netflix. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Just imagine, uh, you know, all the stuff they can do. Just it's easy money. I just don't really. I don't think that little section they have at Walmart is not doing.
I mean, what do you expect? And I still think that they should do that because it's like, dude, we could have like, like all these statues or screen use stuff that happened on your famous series or costume sets.
Easy money. You know, we will be buying all the merch.
Yep.
Right away. Just take it. Take my money.
Now max out my
Easy.
credit card.
Take my card. Just swipe it. That would be epic. I mean, I want, like I said, we didn't really have merch for Army of the Dead.
Not really at all.
Uh, we had nothing for Twilight of the Gods. I just got lucky with the posters, because I was there. But besides that, we don't really, because I don't even think they didn't even announce pop for Twilight of the Gods, right? Nothing.
No, not at all. Hell, it's like you said, we never got any merch of Army of the Dead. It's like we only got t-shirts and that's it.
I didn't even sell the T-shirts, to be honest.
They were only Hot Topic.
Oh, I didn't even knew about that.
Like they say, dude. Always be vigilant where all the merchandise is be at, or not to mention, dude. If you grew up in the '90s or the 2000s, you know where all the cartoon or Hello Kitty stuff would be at.
Right, right, man. It's just so much, so much, man. I was very, I don't know how to feel about that River Moon game.
I
That
don't know. I was expecting a little bit. I don't know, something else.
it don't look bad. It's not what I was expecting.
I mean, it's just that sometimes I'm not a big fan with Netflix doing the video game ness because it's kind of a little, I don't know, iffy-ish.
Small, like small budget, something small.
Yep.
But it is what it is. But all right, man, I'm about to head out. Thank you so much for joining in.
Hmm.
Well, like we talked before, we need to jump back maybe around October, talk about Halloween things, horror stuff, which um actually Netflix has a couple things coming out in October that actually looks good for both, for both things coming out. Uh, I think even Max have something new too, based on
Sam's
Stephen
Lot.
King. Yeah, I just saw the trailer earlier and that actually looks pretty good. So I'm curious. I'm curious about that. It's just really cool to actually that we're actually getting all this content, you know, horror stuff around October. Uh, We also have Cinemark releasing a couple movies in theaters, old movies. So that's also really cool. So, but
Not
yeah,
to
we
mention
can
the
obviously go ahead.
not to mention you forgot the Blumhouse's, movies are coming back in theaters.
Right, right. So I guess we can come back around October and talk about all that. All right, man. Anything you want to say before we go?
Go watch the Twilight of the Gods, everybody.
I'll follow that 100%. All right,
See you,
man.
dude.